Yeah, ma'am. Good morning, students. Ma'am, is my voice audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Good morning, students. Welcome back again. Today we'll be studying or we'll be doing revision of chapter similarity, and I'll be showing you the model answer paper, the paper written by the child of year 2018, so that you get a brief idea how to write your answers. So let's begin. See the way this child has written his answers and the marks which are given for each and every step. So understand, writing the answer or presenting the answer stepwise is very important because you've got marks for the step which you are going to show. So don't skip any of the step in between, because suppose if your final answer is wrong and in between your steps are correct, you may get marks for those steps. Is this clear? So be very careful. You can remove the screenshot as we keep on changing the screen of this so that you get an idea. See now, in this question of circles, this child has written tangent perpendicular theorem. Means he has stated the reason. So for writing the reasons also, stating the reasons also, you have got marks. Understand? So just don't write the statements. You have to write the reasons for those statements also. Means why measure of angle AMN equals to 90 degrees. Understand? It is by the tangent perpendicular theorem. So that also you have to write. Then again in triangle AMN, measure of angle M equals to 90. So AN square equals to AM square plus MN square. Why you're getting this is by application of Pythagoras theorem. So all these reasons you have to state. Now see, sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So from where did you get this? This is the trigonometric identity. That reason. Understand? It's very important. Now volume of the cube. See, writing the formula. Volume of the cube equals to L cube. Understand? So you have to write the formulas. Now this chapter is not there in your syllabus, but still remember this. So this child has not done any overwriting. Understand? Now here you can see that here this equation is given wrong because of his sign which he has taken. Understand? But still this child has got 40 on 40 because this question he solved extra. Means from the option he solved one question extra. So what you have to do here when you're going to write the examination, understand this. Whichever questions you know first, understand, whichever questions you know first, in which questions you are confident, understand, attempt those questions first, and at the end what you can do when time is remaining, because I've told you already how to manage your time. So when you've got the extra time in your hand or beforehand, when you finish solving your paper, that time you can solve this extra question. So what happens is, suppose some mistakes are there in the previous attempted answers, with this extra questions, understand, you can get marks. What happens is the examiner checks in which questions you are getting good marks, and marks are being given to those questions. Is this clear? Is this clear to all? So let's move ahead. Two participants have raised their hands. You can better unmute if you are able to unmute. Yes, I told you to
सर
unmute. Yes बेटा.
सर सब पेपर में हम लोग एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन जो रहेगा वो कर सकते हैं?
देखो, वो कब है जब आपके पास एक्स्ट्रा टाइम रहेगा तब. अंडरस्टैंड. पहले
यस
तो क्या है, आपको जितना पहले आता है, जितना आप कॉन्फिडेंट हो, पहले वो सॉल्व करो. नहीं तो क्या होता है, कभी समझो अभी क्वेश्चन 3 से आपका एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन शुरू होता है, क्वेश्चन 2 से आपका एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन शुरू होता है. अगर आप क्वेश्चन 2 से सब एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने लगे, तो एट द एंड आपके पास टाइम बचेगा नहीं पूरा पेपर कंप्लीट करने के लिए.
यस, तो फिर सर हम लोग कैसे करेंगे फिर?
पहले क्या
उसके लिए
करना है,
स्पेस छोड़ेंगे
हाँ
लास्ट में?
उसके लिए आप स्पेस छोड़ो. नहीं तो फिर एट द एंड ऑफ योर पेपर खाली क्वेश्चन नंबर जो है, ओके, क्वेश्चन
यस
नंबर प्रॉपर डाल के आप उसको सॉल्व करो एट द एंड.
यस सर।
ओके. या. Now see, this question of geometric construction. This is a question of geometric construction. See, the child is drawn the analytical figure. That means the rough figure is drawn. So whenever you're going to do the geometric construction, understand, you have to show the rough figure. Understand? It should be just the replica of the original figure. It should not have those arcs and all, whichever you are going to show in your original construction. Understand? Just a rough figure to show. And here check, this child has not written the steps of construction. If you look, understand, I just revert back to screen. Check. The steps of constructions are not written. Here what happens is the examiner is going to check the way you have drawn the arcs. The way you have drawn the arcs. You have got marks for the arcs in the geometric constructions. Understand? So you have to be very careful. You have to show the arcs properly and you have to construct. Yes, those who have raised their hands can unmute and ask better. If you're able to unmute, you can unmute and ask. See the way he's kept the space between the two alphabets, between the signs, the numbers. Understand? It should be properly written. The presentation should be proper. Now again check. I'll show again this sum of construction. Check. Again he's drawn the rough figure. Check the arcs which he's shown. Understand? Your arcs should be very clear. Check. One, then two, three, four, five. Then check the copy of the angle which you're going to draw. Check these copies of the angles which you're going to draw here. Understand? And check where the triangle is formed. These two sides when you have drawn the triangle. Understand? Check these two sides. In rough figure, check he's shown these arcs and all. Here if you don't show those arcs and all, will also do. But the thing is you have to show these two triangles. Okay. Is this clear to all the students? So you have got marks for all this. Understand? If you this is not shown, understand, arcs are not shown, the examiner is not going to give you marks. So you have to remember this in construction. Arcs are very important and very easy topic for you all to score. I'm telling it again. Understand? Very easy topic for you all to score. Geometry constructions is a chapter where you can score really good marks. You have to practice more, and there are only few questions which you have to practice. So this is the blueprint of mathematics part 1. check. Actually, this is the last year's blueprint. Now, when this whichever chapters are omitted, understand, those marks would come up in the remaining 4 chapters. Now, if you have a look at this, last year you had linear equation in 2 variables for 12 marks, quadratic equation for 12 marks, arithmetic progression for 8 marks, financial planning for 8 marks, probability for 8 marks, and statistics for 12 marks. And this were total 60. Now, this is including all your extra questions. Remember this. Okay, this is all including your extra questions. So, because of this, your total is summing up to 60. The paper is out of 40 marks. Now, what happens here is, check, you don't have financial planning this year. Okay, so that means this 8 and statistics 12. So, 8 plus 12 is 20. So this 20 marks would be adjusted in this 4 chapters, that is linear equations, quadratic equations, arithmetic progression, and probability. This is clear. So what you have to do is you have to practice this. Now check, probability is the most easiest topic to do. So instead of wasting your time much more in probability, practice arithmetic progression, linear equations. And linear equations, what is that? The graphical questions which are there. Understand? So you have to go ahead looking at the marks which you are going to get. Is this clear to all the students? Now let's move to blueprint of maths 2. See. Similarity, 10 marks. Pythagoras theorem, 7 marks. Circle, 12 marks. Geometric construction, 7 marks. Coordinate geometry, 7. Trigonometry, 7. Mensuration, 10. This sum comes up to 60. Now, again, the same thing. This marks in mensuration and some marks of trigonometry. Understand? They would be adjusted up. This complete 10 marks would be adjusted in this chapter. Say similarity, Pythagoras theorem, circles, geometry construction, coordinate geometry. Now in trigonometry, what happens is the word problems which are there, those problems are not there. Understand? But the remaining part of trigonometry is there for you in the examination. Just understand this 10 marks which are there, they would be adjusted to all these topics. You have to prepare yourself in that manner. Again, check. You have got in question 1, you have got check 1 mark questions. They come from Pythagoras theorem, circles, coordinate geometry, mensuration. Instead of mensuration for this year, this question may go here in similarity. I'm just telling you the probability. Okay, I don't know how they are going to set the question paper, but this may be the probability. So like that. So based on this, you can just get a rough idea regarding how your question papers or the questions from which topics may be asked. So let's move ahead to the next part. Mathematics 2, chapter number 1, similarity. Very important chapter from Mathematics 2. The first chapter only. It's got a lot of weightages. The weightage of this chapter, check. Last year it was for 12 marks. So again for this year, if you go, it may come for 12 to 15 marks. So be ready for this. The points to remember. Yes, the children who have raised their hands can unmute if you are able to unmute and ask.
हेलो सर.
Yes, beta.
सर ये मेंस्ट्रुएशन चैप्टर तो रिड्यूस हो चुका है ना?
हाँ, तो उसके जो 10 मार्क है ना बेटा अभी, वो दूसरे चैप्टर्स में जो पहले वाले 5 चैप्टर्स है उसमें वो लोग एडजस्ट करेंगे.
अच्छा, ये ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का सर उसमें भी तो रिड्यूस हुआ है ना?
ट्रिग्नोमेट्री का जो लास्ट पार्ट है ना, वर्ड प्रॉब्लम्स, वो रिड्यूस हुआ है। हाँ, तो वो भी जो एक आधा क्वेश्चन रहेगा उसके मार्क्स वो ऊपर एडजस्ट कर लेंगे बेटा।
अच्छा वही बोल रहे, मैं समझ नहीं आ रहा था।
हाँ हाँ, आया ना बेटा अभी समझ में?
हाँ सर। सर ये
ओके
जो
बेटा।
पेपर दिखा रहे थे वो कैसे था?
कौन सा?
अभी जो सबसे पहले दिखा हम लोग को पेपर था वो
वो
प्रिंट
एक 2018 के स्टूडेंट का पेपर था,
मिस
उसको 40 ऑन
सर
40 मार्क्स मिले थे। यस बेटा।
तो पेपर ऐसे आएगा हम लोग को,
पेपर
ऐसे ही आएगा क्या हम लोग को पेपर?
वो आंसर कैसा लिखना है बेटा, वो उसके बारे में था।
हाँ
हम्म। See now, when we are going to start revision of this chapter, what I've told you last time also, I told you that how to get good marks in mathematics. If you want to get really good marks in mathematics, what you have to do, you have to keep a separate book for your theorems and formulas. Understand? You have to keep a separate book for your theorems and formulas. So I want you all to make separate book where 100 pages notebook, where all the theorems and the formulas would be there written in that book, so that when you're going to revise for any of these topics, you have to just open that book, that page, to come closer to the answer. And in the other book, what you're going to do is you're going to solve all the practice set. You're going to solve all the practice set. And also, there are some solved examples in your textbook. Those examples are already solved. You have to just rewrite that. Understand? You have to just practice those questions also, because those questions are also very important. So now let's move ahead with the first topic for revision today: similarity. Now, all the objects that look same in all the respect except for their size, such objects are called similar objects. Two triangles are said to be similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their sides are in proportional. Now, the ratios of areas of two triangles. If the heights of both the triangles are given, then area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 equals to base 1 upon base 2. Now what happens here is, check, half base into height is the formula. Now if you're assuming for triangle 1, so we take that as B1 and H1. We take that as B1 and H1, and this you're going to divide again with the same thing, because for the other triangle also you're going to get the same formula. Because what is the area of triangle? Area of triangle is half base height. Now check, for triangle 2, what you take this as B2 and H2. For triangle 2, you're going to take that as B2 and H2. But what is given here? If the heights of both the triangles are equal, so that means H1 equals to H2. H1 equals to H2. So in place of H2, I'm going to write H1. So what happens here is, check, this half and this half, numerator denominator is going to get reduced off, so that I'm going to reduce here. It's going to get cancelled off. Now what is left out? B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. Is this clear? Now what happens here is, again check, H1 and H1 is same. So what we are going to do is we are going to reduce that. So what is left out? B1 upon B2. So if heights of both the triangles are equal, the ratios of the areas of the two triangle is given in respect to their bases. Is this clear? Now same thing when the bases of both the triangles are equal. So now when the bases of both the triangles are equal, the ratio would be given in terms of their height, that is H1 upon H2. If both height and base of both the triangles are equal, now here check, both height and base of both the triangles are equal. So now when height and base of both the triangles are equal, that means everything is going to get cancelled off. You'll be left out with 1. So that means if both base and height are equal, that time the area of the triangles would be equal. So area of triangle 1 equals to area of triangle 2. Understood this? This you are going to get when both height and base are equal. Now the most important theorem, the basic proportionality theorem. The statement of this theorem is if a line parallel to a side of a triangle intersects the remaining two sides in the two distinct points, then the line divides the side in the same proportion. This is the figure of this basic proportionality theorem. So check, I'm not going to prove this theorem, understand, because we have already done this many times. I want you all in your notebook to write this theorem and the proof as given in the textbook. Understand, very important theorem. Every alternate year, this theorem comes in your exam. Understand, every alternate year. So this is very important theorem. This is always asked. So you need to practice this theorem. Next is the converse of basic proportionality theorem. Now, what does this statement, what does this theorem states? If a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. This is the figure of this. You are given triangle ABC. Okay, PQ is the line. Oh, sorry, a line L divides AB and AC, or say intersects AB and AC at points P and Q. Next is the property of the angle bisector of a triangle. The bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the side opposite to the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. Now check, this is the figure of this. You have taken point D outside and you have drawn the construction and you have proved this. So what you have to do is check the basic proportionality theorem and the property of the angle bisector of the triangle. You note this down in your notebook. Understand this? Next is the test of similarity of triangles. This you are doing this since standard 8. Understood? How many tests of similarities are there? How many tests of similarity of triangles are there? Check, the first important test is the angle test or the angle test for similarity of triangle. Now, for a given correspondence of the vertices of the two triangles, if two angles of one triangle are congruent to the two corresponding angles of the other triangle, then the two triangles are said to be similar. This is the figure for that triangle ABC and triangle PQR. Check this test. We use this for say approximately 90%. Okay, the usage of this test is nearly about 90% to show the similarity of the triangles. Very important test. Check, one angle is always common, which is given the other angle. You have to find by which property it is congruent. Understand? So this test is very important to show the similarity of triangles. When one angle is given, you can get easily the other pair of angles. So always have a look at this test. The next test is side angle side test of similarity of triangles. For a given correspondence of the vertices of the two triangles, if two pairs of corresponding sides are in the same proportion and the angles between them are congruent, then the two triangles are similar. So check, here is the difference between the similarity and the congruency of triangles. In similarity, the sides are in proportion, and in congruency, the sides are equal in their measures. Remember this, you have to keep these terms in your mind, that for similarity, the sides comes in proportion, and for congruency, the sides are equal in their measures. Check here, it is given in triangle KLM and triangle RST. Understand? So KL upon RS, if you are taking these two sides, KL upon RS. So the ratio is 1 is to 1.5. And when you are taking the sides LM upon ST, are you getting the same ratio? 1 is to 1.5. Yes, you are getting the same ratio, 1 is to 1.5. So when this ratios is similar, understand, when they are in the same proportion and the angle is congruent. Now remember this, the angle should be, check this angle, it should be in between the two sides. Check, these are the two sides which are going to take. So the two sides which are going to take. This angle should be between, the angle should be between the two sides. See, if you're taking this pair of angle, you're taking this pair, K and R, and you're taking these two sides, then you cannot prove that by side angle side test. If you want to prove it by side angle side test, the angle should lie between the two triangles. Sorry, I said triangles, it is between the two sides. Next is the side test for similarity of triangles. Now, for a given correspondence of the vertices of the two triangles, when the three sides of the triangle are in proportion to the corresponding three sides of the another triangle, then the two triangles are similar. Now here what happens is, check, the side should be in proportion. So when all the three sides, okay, are in proportion, so you'll see that the two triangles are similar. Next is the theorem of the areas of the similar triangles. This is also very important theorem. Most of the sums which are asked, they are based on this theorem. When two triangles are similar, the ratio of areas of those triangles is equal to the ratios of the squares of their corresponding sides. So check here, there are two triangles which are given, triangle ABC and triangle PQR. So with respect of that, what you're going to get is area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 equals to side 1 square upon side 2 square, that is equals to, now instead of side it can be altitude also. So altitude 1 square upon altitude 2 square. It can be median 1 square upon median 2 square, or it can be perimeter 1 square
Sir,
upon perimeter 2 square. Yes beta,
सर मुझे सर पेपर सर लिखने चाहिए
what happened? The screen is not visible beta. Hello, hello, the screen is not visible. Yes, yes Lakshmi beta, what happened? Lakshmi, you have raised your hands beta. What happened?
सर आप रिवीजन सेशन स्टार्ट करेंगे?
हाँ चालू हो गया बेटा, ये रिवीजन सेशन ही चल रहा है अपना.
हर चैप्टर का लेंगे?
Yes, for all the chapters we are going to take beta revision.
ओके सर.
After we finish one chapter, we are going to conduct a test and then we'll move to the next chapter, like that. Is this clear? Yes. So hope all the doubts are cleared for all the students. So now let's move ahead to the next part. See, this is very important. What I told, that area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 equals to side 1 square upon side 2 square equals to altitude 1 square upon altitude 2 square, that is equals to median 1 square upon median 2 square equals to perimeter 1 square upon perimeter 2 square. Understand? Now what we'll do is we'll have a check at 5 questions which are already solved. This will help you out to exactly know how to move. First question is, in triangle ABC, point D on side BC is such that DC equals to 6, BC equals to 15. Find area of triangle ABD is to area of triangle ABC, and area of triangle ABD is to area of triangle ABC. Check, the figure is given to you. We'll move ahead with the solution. Point A is the common vertex of triangle ABD from triangle ADC and triangle ABC, and their bases are collinear, means they are on the same line. Hence, the heights of these three triangles are equal. Now check this. From here, when you're going to draw the height, okay, from this point when you're going to draw the height, okay, this height is going to be equal because this bases, they are on the same line. Therefore, area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 equals to B1 upon B2. Now check, the reason is already written here. The height of these three triangles are equal. Heights of these three triangles are equal. So that means when you're going to write the ratios of the two triangles, find the areas of the ratios of the two similar triangles, what happens here is you will get that as base 1 upon base 2. Now BC equals to 15, DC equals to 6. So can you find length of BD? Your BD is BC minus DC, that is 15 minus 6, that is equals to 9. Therefore, what you'll get is, check, area of triangle ABD upon area of triangle ABC equals to BD upon BC, that is equals to 9 upon 15, and you can reduce 9 and 15, you'll get the answer as 3 and 5. Understood this? So you have got the first answer. Now we'll move to the second. In triangle ABD and triangle ADC, you'll get the ratio as BD upon DC. Values of BD and DC both are known to you. Just substitute those values. 9 upon 6. The answer is 3 upon 2. In the following figure, DE parallel to OQ and DF parallel to OR. Show that EF is parallel to QR. Now, when you look at this question, when you have to show this parallelity, okay, you should get the concept that here you are going to apply the converse of basic proportionality theorem to show EF parallel to QR. Let's move ahead with the solution. Now, in triangle POQ, DE is parallel to OQ. This is already given to us. So what we'll get? We'll get the ratios of the sides equal. So you'll get PE upon EQ equals to PD upon DO. Use this as statement number 1. This is by application of the basic proportionality theorem. Similarly, you have got DF parallel to OR. So in triangle POR, DF parallel to OR. So what you will get? You'll get PF upon FR equals to PD upon DO. This is your statement number 2. The reason is going to remain the same, the basic proportionality theorem. So from statements 1 and 2, what you will get when you look at statement 1 and 2, okay, PD and DO, get this, PD and DO. Okay. It's coming in equation 1 also and equation 2 also. Understood? So you'll get PE upon EQ equals to PF upon FR. So now when the sides are in proportion, when the sides of the triangles are in proportion, the line is parallel. So you'll get EF parallel to QR by the converse of basic proportionality theorem. Understand this, whenever you have to show the lines parallel, remember you are going to apply the converse of BPT theorem. Understand, you are going to apply the converse of BPT theorem. You can remove the screenshot of this if you want, so that we'll move ahead to the next question. Now, let triangle ABC similar to triangle DEF and their areas be respectively 64 centimeters square and 121 centimeters square. If EF equals to 15.4 centimeters, find BC. Now check here, the figure for this is not given. So what you can do, you can actually draw the figure for you if you want to refer it, or check this is the direct question because the areas are given to you. Understand? And you can apply those properties directly. Check, it is given that triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. So you'll get the corresponding sides in proportion. So what you will get? Therefore, area of triangle ABC. Now here it is combination of the theorem also. So area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle DEF equals to AB upon DE the whole square equals to BC upon EF the whole square equals to AC upon DF the whole square. This is by the theorem of the areas of the similar triangles. Okay, the areas of the similar triangles are the square of their sides. Understand me? Ratios. So just remember this. So what you will get, AB upon DE the whole square equals to BC upon EF the whole square equals to AC upon DF the whole square. Now whichever values are given, check, area of triangle ABC is given to as 64. Area of triangle DEF is given to as 121. So what you're going to do is, you're going to substitute those values. Check, EF is also given to you as 15.4. So that also you're going to substitute. So area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle DEF equals to BC upon EF the whole square. After substitution, what you get? 64 upon 121 equals to BC upon 15.4 and the whole square. So what you're going to do is, you'll take the square root on both these sides. Understand? So what you will get, BC upon 15.4, the square terms which were there, the square will get cancelled off. Understand this? Check, the square will get cancelled off when you're going to remove the roots, and you'll be left out with BC and 15.4. And your root of 64 is 8, and root of 121 is 11. So when you remove the square root, what you will get, BC upon 15.4 equals to 8 upon 11. Now to get value of BC, what you will take is, you will shift 15.4 to the other side. You will shift 15.4 to the other side. So therefore, BC equals to 8 into 15.4 divided by 11. After the calculations, you'll get BC as 11.2 centimeters. So this kind of questions you're going to get in your examinations. Understand this? So practice this a lot. Just keep on practicing, because math is a subject of practice. You can remove the screenshot of this, so that we'll move ahead to the next question. Now, in the following figures, in the following figure, altitudes AD and CE of triangle ABC intersect each other at point P. Okay, you have to show the triangle, that is triangle AEP, similar to triangle CDP, triangle ABD similar to triangle CBE, triangle AEP similar to triangle ADB, triangle PDC similar to triangle BEC. Check, this is the figure. Now check, I've already told you that when we are going to show the two triangles similar, remember, if the angles are given equal, the most easiest test to apply is the angle test. We'll show the triangles similar by angle test. Now let's move ahead with the solution. In triangle AEP and triangle CDP, check angle AEP, AEP, check this, AEP equals to angle CDP. Let's check this, CDP. Both are 90 degrees each. And here angle APE equals to angle CPD, vertically opposite angle. Check, whenever you'll get this danger sign. Why do I call this danger sign? Because vertically opposite angles come with this shape. Check X, and X shows danger, na? If you're getting this X shape in between, understand, check. So these angles are going to be equal. So you get angle APE equals to angle CPD, vertically opposite angles. So with respect to that, you get triangle AEP similar to triangle CDP by angle test. Is this clear? See, just two pairs of angles you have to show they are congruent. So let's move ahead now to the next pair of triangles. The triangle is triangle ABD and triangle CBE. Just have a look at the figure. Where is triangle ABD? Check ABD, this triangle. And triangle CBE, this triangle. Again, check. What happens here is one pair of angle is 90 degrees. That is very easy. So just write that pair of angle first. Understand this. So what you will get? You'll get angle ADB. Check, angle ADB equals to angle CEB as 90 degrees. So you've got the first pair of angles. The next is angle ABD and CBE. Check, when you're considering these two triangles, check. The first triangle is in this form here, and the next triangle is shown like this. Understand? Check this angle which is there, this angle which is there. It is present in the first triangle as well as the second triangle. So such kind of angle is called as the common angle. So you'll get angle ABD. Check this. Angle ABD equals to angle CBE. Okay. Common angle. Therefore, you'll get triangle ABD similar to triangle CBE by angle test. Understood? We've got the two pairs of angle congruent. So the two triangles are similar by angle test. Now we'll move ahead to the third pair. Triangle AEP and triangle ADB. You'll get angle AEP equals to angle ADB equals to 90 degrees. So therefore, angle PAE, angle PAE equals to angle DAB, common angle. Therefore, triangle AEP similar to triangle ADB by angle test. So if you have a look at the two triangles, you'll get all these angles. Next is in triangle PDC and triangle BEC. Check. Now I'm not going to show anything on the figure. You have to just Concentrate on the figure and just find out the pairs. Check. Look, where is angle PDC and where is angle BEC? Understand? Check. Both are showing 90 degrees. So the two angles are equal. Next is PCD. Check PCD and BCE. Understand? It's a common angle. It's going to come same for both the triangle. So therefore, triangle PDC is similar to triangle BEC by angle test. Is this clear to all the students? You all can remove the screenshot of this so that we'll move ahead to the next question. Let's check question number 5. In triangle PQR, segment PM is the median. Angle bisectors of angle PMQ and triangle PMR intersect side PQ and side PR in points X and Y respectively. Let us prove that XY is parallel to QR. The question is complete the proof by filling in the boxes. Check, the proof is already given to you and you have to just fill in the boxes. Okay. You just fill in the boxes. So this kind of questions, they are actually very easy. You can score out in these questions if you understand some basic terms. Understand? Okay. In triangle PMQ, understand? MX, check this, MX is the bisector of angle PMQ. So check, there is the property of that angle bisector, the theorem of angle bisector. What happens is it divides the side into equal proportion. So that you will get PX, check, PX upon x cube, side, PX upon x cube. Which are the two remaining sides of the triangle? MP and MQ. Check, you don't have to learn much more in this. Just look at the figure, you'll understand which property. Check, angle bisector, these two signs are shown, which will show that the two angles are congruent. So when the two angles are congruent, a line passing in between, that means the line is the angle bisector. So some basic logic if you apply, understand, you'll come closer. Now here to already it is given to you that you have to apply the theorem of angle bisector. The triangle is given to you, the bisector is given to you, and for which angle it is applied, that is also given to you. But you just write the ratios. You have to just write the ratio. So you'll get PX upon XQ equals to MP upon MQ. Understand? Same thing in triangle PMR, ray MY is the bisector of angle PMR. So again, same thing, the opposite side you will go check, PY upon YR equals to MP upon MR. Is this clear? Now what is given to us is that this line PM is the median. Sorry. Okay. This line PM is the median. So what is meaning of median? This M is the midpoint. So when M is the midpoint, that means Q1 and MR are going to be equal. So when you look at statement 1 and statement 2, already it is solved, but still I'm explaining you this, that PX upon XQ equals to PY upon YR. So by the converse of basic proportionality theorem, you'll get XY parallel to QR. Is this clear to all the students? Is this clear to all the students? Any difficulty you're having till here? You all can let me know. Okay. So should we move ahead to the next part?
So can we stop here?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, no issues, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just give some instruction to the students. Yeah. See, on Monday, a bit part of this explanation is remaining. We'll complete with that, and then we'll have a test on Monday. So everyone be prepared for the test, because all the basic concepts which are required are already been taught to you. The questions would be easy MCQ kind of a thing, okay, which we had done it last time also. So everyone be present on Monday and attempt the test. Yes, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students.